What if I told you that in just 7 days, without taking a single pill, you could bring your blood pressure down, reduce bloating, lose some stubborn belly fat, and feel calmer than you have in years? That's exactly what happened to Anil, a 48-year-old bank manager, husband, and father of 2, who'd been silently struggling with high blood pressure for almost 5 years. Like many people, Anil never thought much of it in the beginning. A little pressure here, a borderline reading there. His doctor simply told him to watch it, but soon those numbers started climbing. His blood pressure hovered around 150/95 most days. He felt constantly stressed, had tightness in his chest, and by the end of each workday, he was drained, both mentally and physically. Even sleep wasn't restful anymore. Despite being prescribed medication, Anil was hesitant. He'd seen relatives become dependent on pills, and he didn't want to walk down that road if he could help it. So he asked his doctor a question: "Can I bring it down naturally?" The doctor said, "It's not easy, but yes, with serious lifestyle changes, it's possible." And that's where Anil's 7-day journey began. 1 week, no pills, just food, movement, mindfulness, and a real desire to take back control. On day 1, Anil started by changing 2 things: how he started his morning and what he stopped putting in his body. First, he stopped drinking his regular sugary tea with biscuits. Instead, he replaced it with a warm glass of water with lemon and a pinch of Himalayan pink salt. This simple change helped hydrate him, reduce water retention, and prepare his digestion for the day. For breakfast, he had a bowl of oats soaked overnight in water, mixed with flax seeds, a few walnuts, and half a banana. It was filling, had no added sugar, and was rich in magnesium, a mineral known to help relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure. But the real challenge came midday. Anil was used to salty snacks, processed foods, and quick lunches. On this new plan, he shifted to home-cooked lentils, sautéed spinach, and brown rice, low in sodium, high in potassium and fiber. Day 1 wasn't easy. He craved chips and felt sluggish. But by evening, after a 20-minute walk with his wife, something had shifted. He felt lighter, mentally clearer. His body, though slightly tired, didn't feel tense like usual. On day 2, he began tracking his salt intake more seriously. Most people don't realize this, but over 70% of the sodium we consume doesn't come from a salt shaker. It's hidden in bread, sauces, packaged snacks, and takeout food. Anil avoided all that and cooked everything fresh. He also added foods rich in potassium, like cucumbers, sweet potatoes, and coconut water, which naturally balance out sodium levels and reduce pressure on arteries. Instead of evening tea, Anil tried hibiscus tea, a natural, caffeine-free drink that studies show can help lower blood pressure. It also helped him feel relaxed without the jitteriness of caffeine. By day 3, the changes began to show. He felt less bloated. His belly, which had been puffed out for months, looked flatter. He had a little more energy in the morning. But the biggest change? His mood. The constant anxiety and mental fog that used to cloud his workday began to lift. He also added one simple breathing exercise: box breathing. 4 seconds inhale, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds exhale, 4 seconds hold. Just 5 minutes twice a day. Anil did it before meetings and once before bed. It helped calm his nerves, and surprisingly, his heart rate dropped faster. On day 4, Anil measured his blood pressure first thing in the morning. It read 136/86. Still high, but noticeably better than just a few days ago. This gave him motivation. He added a 20-minute brisk walk after dinner and started sleeping with his head slightly elevated to help with breathing. He kept meals simple: vegetable stir-fries in olive oil, garlic, turmeric, and black pepper. No deep frying, no heavy sauces, just fresh plant-based ingredients. His lunchbox now had beetroot salad, which naturally increases nitric oxide in the body, a powerful compound that helps blood vessels expand. By day 5, Anil's face looked less puffy, his digestion was smoother, and his usual post-lunch sluggishness was gone. He had started incorporating soaked almonds and a small piece of dark chocolate, above 70% cocoa, as his evening snack instead of processed sweets. These little changes added up. He realized that one of his biggest triggers for high blood pressure was stress, especially from work. So instead of scrolling on his phone during breaks, he started going outside, walking slowly for 10 minutes, and breathing deeply. Just that alone helped him feel calmer through the afternoon. On day 6, something incredible happened. Anil woke up naturally, without an alarm. He felt rested. His wife even commented, "You look fresher these days." He checked his blood pressure again, 128/82. Still not perfect, but clearly trending in the right direction. That night, he He slept for a full 7 hours without waking up once, something he hadn't done in months. He was now eating whole foods, walking daily, breathing deeply, and getting sunlight each morning. His body was adjusting, and it was thanking him in the best way possible, by healing. Day 7 began just like the others, with calm, intention, and hydration. Anil had now created a morning ritual: warm lemon water, light stretching, and sunlight for 10 minutes on the terrace. This little habit was improving his circadian rhythm, helping regulate cortisol, and making it easier to fall asleep at night. Breakfast was again simple: soaked oats with chia seeds, topped with pomegranate and a few soaked almonds. Lunch was moong dal, steamed broccoli with olive oil and garlic, and half a bowl of millet. Dinner was light: a soup made with bottle gourd, carrots, and black pepper. No heavy oils, no salt overload. It was clean eating, but it didn't feel like punishment anymore. Anil wasn't just following a plan, he was creating a lifestyle. On day 7 evening, he measured his blood pressure again, 124/78. For the first time in years, it was within a normal range, and he hadn't taken a single pill. No dizziness, no side effects, just real food, movement, and rest. But numbers weren't the only change. His belly looked visibly flatter, the bloating had reduced, and his clothes felt looser. He'd lost 1.6 kilos in just 7 days, mostly water weight and inflammation, but it gave him confidence. His mind felt sharper, his face looked brighter, even his back pain had reduced, possibly because of less water retention and better circulation. Looking back, Anil realized that none of the changes were extreme. He didn't starve, he didn't buy expensive supplements. He simply returned to nature, listened to his body, and removed what was harming it: excess salt, sugar, processed fats, and chronic stress. So what made this 7-day reset work so effectively? First, potassium-rich foods. Bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, coconut water all helped neutralize excess sodium and reduce the tension inside blood vessels. Second, cutting ultra-processed foods. These were sneaking in massive amounts of hidden salt, refined oils, and sugar, all of which spike blood pressure and belly fat. Third, daily movement. It wasn't intense gym training, just brisk walks, stretching, and deep breathing. But it helped dilate blood vessels, release endorphins, and lower his heart rate. Fourth, hydration. Water with lemon, herbal teas like hibiscus or chamomile, and cutting caffeine after 2 p.m. made a huge difference in his stress response and sleep quality. And finally, stress reduction. Breathing exercises, evening walks without screens, and even going to bed by 10:30 p.m. gave his body time to reset. Science supports what Anil experienced. According to the American Heart Association, even modest lifestyle changes, like eating more fruits and vegetables, reducing sodium, and walking 30 minutes a day, can lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 11 points. That's as effective as a low dose of medication. And belly fat? It's not just a cosmetic issue. Visceral fat around your waist is metabolically active, releasing hormones and inflammatory compounds that raise your blood pressure and damage your arteries. That's why when Anil started eating clean, reducing sodium, and walking, his belly fat began to drop, and so did his pressure. So, can 7 days change your life? Absolutely, if you commit. What you do in 7 days won't cure everything, but it can reset everything. It gives your body a signal: we're healing now. It lowers the inflammation. It balances your hormones. It helps you sleep, digest, move, and think better. And once you feel that shift, you'll never want to go back. Anil's journey didn't end on day 7. It began there. He now eats clean 80% of the time, allows occasional treats, and stays active daily. His blood pressure remains under control. He still hasn't needed medication, and his doctor is now monitoring him every 2-3 months. So if you're watching this and you've been feeling tired, bloated, anxious, or struggling with high blood pressure, ask yourself, what's one thing you can change today? Start with your breakfast, or your evening walk, or just drinking more water. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just commit to 7 days. Give your body the reset it deserves, and see what happens. Because sometimes, the biggest changes begin with the smallest decisions. One plate, one breath, one walk at a time. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who needs it. And if you'd like a printable version of the 7-day plan Anil followed, let me know in the comments. We'll share it with you. Your health journey starts now. You've got this.